5 things you'll never catch a narcissistic individual going, because it goes against the illusion that they are trying to sell to those around them to protect their self-esteem, to protect their fragile ego. And one of the first things that you will never see a narcissist doing is admitting they were wrong, unless they can play the victim in the situation and gain the sympathetic attention, or they can play the self-righteous hero in the situation and gain the sympathetic attention. Rarely to never will you catch a narcissistic individual admitting they were wrong. Instead, they will go all out to find a scapegoat to blame, to take the fall for their behaviour. Taking responsibility is another thing that narcissistic individuals simply do not want to do. They feel entitled to just have everything their own way and everyone should just mop up after them. However, in their way of not taking responsibility, again, they will find a scapegoat to blame. It's always going to be somebody else's fault as to why they don't take responsibility for the things that they should be responsible for. A classic example of this is a narcissistic parent, who's no longer allowed to see their children, who is no longer providing for their children. It is always somebody else's fault, never their own. They expect somebody else to do the things they would be unwilling to do for other people. Take on board constructive feedback. Now, feedback isn't always pleasant, and when it comes from a narcissistic individual, they do it in a manner to tear you down, to tear you to strips, to tear you to pieces, to ruin your confidence and your self-esteem. However, we do need a certain amount of criticism so we can learn and grow. We never hit that perfection, whereas narcissistic individuals believe they are perfect. So if they do something, they've done it right, they're not wrong. They're not going to take responsibility for any mistakes that they made. It's going to be somebody else's mistake. So they have an inability to take on board constructive feedback. Instead, they will accuse you of attacking them, of offending them in some way. They will attack back on you. They will go all out to bring you crashing down to feel better about themselves. They're not going to see your point of view. They believe that they are always right. And if you differ to their point of view, again, they're going to go all out to criticize you, to humiliate you, to accuse you of attacking them, because they believe it's all right to go after you, but nobody is allowed to say anything bad against them. Everyone should just agree with them, because to a narcissist, they're always right. If you don't agree with them, it's you that's in the wrong, not them. Being happy for somebody else. Narcissistic individuals are some of the most envious people you could ever meet. They might feign that happiness in order to look good, to sell people an illusion. However, deep down, somebody else's success, somebody else's celebration, somebody else's achievement, somebody else's commitment eats away at a narcissist. They cannot stand this because they are so envious of other people. So you will not catch a narcissistic individual being happy for other people. Being genuinely sorry. Most narcissistic individuals will not apologise, and those who do will offer that false apology, and then as soon as they've got you where they want you, they will continue with their hurtful behaviour. As to a narcissist, they're never wrong. They're not going to take on responsibility. They're not going to take on board that constructive feedback. They lack the ability to see your point of view because they lack the empathy to care. They can't be happy for other people, so they go all out to punish and hurt other people, and then they have a knack of twisting it so that you find yourself apologising to them for the very things that they're doing to you.